Hi, I'm the King. I've been doing YouTube videos with the hope of helping to end racism. If you don't think this is an uphill battle, you must be a Democrat. Let me ask you, how do you end racism when so many people depend on it to live? Let me explain. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and the likes would be totally unemployed if not for racism. That is why they keep it going. By keeping people depending on free things and in the ghetto, it gives them a purpose in life. If the Democrats didn't have racism to make promises they know they can't keep just to get votes, that party would be non-existent. If racism was ended, the Black Lives Matter movement would have nothing to do. God forbid they might have to go out and get a job and work. That is another reason they keep racism alive. Black lives do matter. All lives matter. So let's work on ending black on black crimes. There is 90% more black on black crimes than white on black crimes. There was a terrible incident in Louisiana where a white cop shot and killed a black man. That was a shame. We won't know if it was a crime until all the information about the stop is reviewed. If it turns out that it was unjustified, that cop should be put in jail for life. However, if it turns out to be a justified shooting, believe me, you won't hear another word about it. What I mean is, his girlfriend was sitting next to him in the car when he was shot. Very calmly, she took out her telephone, started videotaping and narrating what happened. I don't know about you, but if that was my girlfriend or wife, and I got shot in the car and she was sitting next to me, she'd be screaming and panicking, not shooting videos. She said that the gentleman had a permit to carry a legal gun. Turns out he was a convicted felon who just got out of jail, could not have a permit to carry a gun, and the gun was totally illegal. The serial numbers were erased off it. However, Black Lives Matter rallied before knowing the full story. In Chicago, our president's hometown, over the 4th of July weekend, there were 60 shootings. 14 people were killed on black murders. There was not one sighting of Black Lives Matter. None. I guess Black Lives Matter only when it's a white cop. Black Lives Matter must be for all black lives lost, not just to get publicity. By the way, Black Lives Matter is the single most racist organization in this country. You cannot end racism if people are benefiting from it and making it their lifestyle. Put your little pole signs down and go get a job that can help stop crime. If you really want to stop racism, then people in all communities must do their part. If you see a crime being committed, report it. Somehow people think if they don't report a crime, then it didn't happen. That's crazy and will not help end racism. I've been told in some communities, if you report a crime, then your life is at risk. Doesn't this tell you something about what needs to be done in this country? I am getting real tired of people promoting racism while pretending that they want to stop it. Giving any race everything for free as a way of life is promoting racism. Believe me, you cannot end racism by promoting it. I don't know about you, but I've been watching the convention, the Republican National Convention and the Democratic National Convention. I'm going to be honest with you. I prefer Donald Trump over Hillary Clinton. And a lot of people say that he's a racist. The man's been in business making billions of dollars, has never, ever been accused of being racist. His own daughter came on and gave the speech stating that more of his executives in his businesses are women being paid the same amount of money as men to help run his companies. I doubt that he's a racist. I doubt that he's against women. What he wants to do is control the influx of immigrants into this country. It's no longer like it was in the 1700s when the country was born, where everybody was welcome and everybody that came here was trying to make a better life for himself. You have to realize that there's a lot of people coming into this country that don't like us having the freedom and the way of life that we have and would love nothing more than to destroy that. What do you think the Muslims are doing that belong to ISIS and these other terrorist groups? Okay, is it easy to travel on an airplane now because of them? No. They've ruined part of our way of life, and they will continue to do that if there are some restraints not put on them. I watched some of the Democratic National Convention last night. I can't believe that for 2 days, the Bernie Sanders backers protested Hillary Clinton, shouting that she should be arrested for the emails and the fact that the Democratic Party did more for her and actually blackballed Bernie Sanders from making it as the presidential nominee. They did this for 2 days, and then last night on the convention, Bernie Sanders gets up and tries to tell me how wonderful of a woman Hillary Clinton is, how she's honest, how she's going to do things the right way. The only thing Bernie Sanders did was a typical Democratic crap, is promise everybody everything for free. He promised free education for college students if you make $125,000 a year or less, which is probably 90% of the country doesn't make that kind of money. He's promising free health care, which hasn't worked out because Mr. Obama tried that, and that's really going to the toilets. That doesn't work out too well. They're promising free housing, free food. You can't keep promising free stuff when you're $21 trillion in debt. Who's going to pay for this? The 57% of the middle class people that work? Because the other 35% of the middle class people don't work. They get free things and sit at home and collect all the free things they possibly can. And then the 10% that are billionaires look for every single legal loophole to get out of paying as much tax as they can. Although they do pay a lot more than I do because they make a lot more, they don't pay the equivalent amount that I pay in conjunction with the amount of money that I make. So if you want to vote for the Democrats, don't think that everything's going to be as great as they predicted. They're trying to promote racism to get votes. They're promising people who cannot do it for themselves that they will give it to them if they vote for them. And you better think about who's going to pay for that. I'll be back again. I'm really getting fed up with this stuff. So this is the King. I'll see you on the next video. And I'd appreciate it if you have comments. Please give me your comments. Let me know how you feel. And then we'll comment on that next time. Thank you.